This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stock Box interview.
Joining us today is Rupert Verco, the CEO of Cobra Resources, following news today about the rare earth element exploration strategy to now include uranium. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Rupert. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Mark. Thanks for having me on again.
Well, indeed, it's always good to catch up. This is a sort of a new angle to this project then. You're going to include looking for uranium as well. So really the first question is, why do you think it's worth making an announcement about this? Why do you think there's uranium there that's potentially there to be exploited?
Well, I think it's important for us to demonstrate our understanding of the assets that we have. There's been some market speculation and some other companies allude to it.
Okay.
What is significant, Mark, is we acquired two additional tenements late last year, and on one of those tenements there is an existing uranium asset. This is Urana Southeast, and this prospect contains some very broad and significant uranium mineralisation that extends from ISO Energy, which is a Canadian-listed diversified uranium explorer that has a significant market valuation, and that asset actually overlies onto our tenements. So, look, there is significant value potential to be gained there, and we believe we can gain that value through adopting a strategy to advance uranium with our current ionic rare earth exploration strategy.
And how can you do it then in sort of tandem with the current rare earth strategy there? I think I noticed in the RNS you talk about you could almost test for ISR recovery for uranium as well as obviously the main thing that you're doing at the moment is testing for on the rare earth side. So is that why?
So yes, so the uranium mineralisation is sandstone hosted. So that is typically the preferred style of mineralisation as it is mined through ISR methods that are low cost and low capital intensity. We've defined ionic rare earth mineralisation within the same paleo system at the Bolan prospect, and we're advancing the ISR recovery potential of the rare earths within this system. And because the mineralisation is intrinsically associated, so geologically it's come from the same source rocks and it's occurring within the same secondary environment in this paleo system. So any future ISR operation could be developed to treat or recover both rare earths and uranium.
Okay. And how much of an effort is it to do this alongside? Are you looking at changing strategy? You're looking at lots of money having to go into looking at the uranium side of it, or is it something you can almost do at the same time?
No, absolutely not. Look, with rare earths, we always assay for uranium as well.
Okay.
We are currently going through a very cost-effective process to demonstrate scale by reanalyzing a lot of these old historic uranium holes to define the rare earth occurrences over this very broad and significant area. We have over 2,000 square kilometres of paleo system that we're working through. And what there has been is there's been downhole gamma logs that were done in the 80s that demonstrate there are significant uranium occurrences in some of these holes, but they've never been assayed.
Okay.
So we're working to get our hands on those assays or those samples to be able to reanalyze and verify some of those uranium occurrences.
Right. Okay. And just a final thought on the uranium in the area where you are. There's a fair few mines, isn't there? From reading the RNS there, and it's also a very pro-uranium jurisdiction.
Yes, South Australia is Australia's only state that hosts operating uranium mines. We have Heathgate's Beverley operation and 4 Mile, and then we have Boss Energy's Honeymoon mine, and we have Olympic Dam's multi-commodity Olympic Dam deposit and mine that produces uranium as well. So we're a pro-mining, uranium mining jurisdiction that has the regulatory framework to be able to advance these projects and be able to bring them into production.
Okay. And in terms of how things are going on the main rare earth element ISR drilling here, what's the situation? How are things progressing? I know you started not so long ago.
We started mid last week and drilling has progressed very well. We have drilled and cored 5 holes and we're in the process of completing the casing on our final hole. Okay. So what we're currently doing here, Mark, is we're putting in the infrastructure or the wellfield infrastructure to validate and test our ISR theory. So whilst we'll initially be looking at hydrology studies to understand the performance and permeability potential, this will feed into a future pilot study to extract rare earths at Boland.
Indeed. So you've done the 5. How many more to go?
No, only 5 in a wellfield configuration. So we're almost finished this work.
Okay, good. Well, thank you very much for giving us that update today, Rupert Vercoe, the CEO of Cobra Resources.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks for your time.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.